Hey guys, this is Alex from armyofthree. I'm going to be talking about the amp setting and the pedal settings that I use for the song Wonder of Your Greatness, and then later on we'll be going through the playthrough of the entire song. Now for the amp setting, what I did here with this amp was I used the dirty channel or the distortion channel, but my gain is fairly low. If you have a listen to it, it almost has this kind of like a slight overdrive when I dig harder in the strings. When I pick softer, it cleans up the tone, and even if I roll back the volume on the guitar, I get even cleaner tone. So that is the setting for the amp. And if you look closely, it's pretty simple because for this tutorial I don't want the amp to be super loud, so we put the volume at a fairly low level. But if you go through the entire signal chain, it's from the guitar straight to the amp, and then from the amp going to the effects loop, and then back to the amp. Because I'm just using delays and reverb and a tuner, no drive or overdrive pedals on this. Let me show you how the pedal settings are. So now on the delay pedal, if you look closely, you'll see the time knob. I'm actually using the digital pedal here. The time knob is almost all the way up to like 1 o'clock or even 2 o'clock setting. The repeat is in the middle, 50%, and then the mix of the level knob is slightly above 12. And this gives me longer repeats, and it actually stays on quite nicely in the track, because this particular song is all just downstrokes all the way. So the repeats kind of help to sustain the notes that I'm playing. And then in the bridge and towards the end of the song, I actually engage the blue sky with the shimmer effects on it. So as you look closely, the effects setting on this is the mix level is almost all the way up, you can see, and then the decay level also all the way up to get a longer sustaining effect. So that is the pedal setting here, and now we will go through the parts or the guitar chords of the riff of the song. I'll show you bit by bit. Alright, so we're taking on from the intro onwards. As I mentioned, the delay on the guitar, it's almost quarter notes repeats. So if I roll back the volume tone and volume knob on the guitar, you will hear so that is the repeats of the delay. And with the blue sky on, this is without the shimmer, and now with the shimmer, it's almost like a pad, a soft pad behind the track. So that's the only effects that I use in this entire song. So now let's go through what I did for the intro. The chord shape is based on, or before we go into playing the parts, let me talk about the tuning on this guitar. Now this guitar is drop tuned to a full step down from standard, and the 7th string, it's tuned to G. So I have a drop G tuning on the bottom strings. So it allows me to play expanded chords like that, or even so like this. And this song is in the key of E flat major. So it starts off with a C minor for the choruses, but as we start, I'll actually start with the chord here, the G sharp. So the intro riff goes like this. Which follows through the entire verses as well. So it's a repeat of this first pattern. The second pattern, same chords. It ends with a slide onto this note, just that. And then the pre-chorus, very simple. We only play one chord. Notice the repeats there. It helps when we pull a stop together as a band, and these trails at the background creates an anticipation going to the chorus. And for the chorus chords, it's fairly simple because I'm playing segments or parts of the root chord. So my bassist, when he plays the G sharp, then going on to C minor, G minor, B flat, and on top of that I'm playing this. At every entry of the choruses, I enter in slightly laid back to just get almost like an acoustic sound of the first chord that I want to strum down. So it sounds almost like that. You get that? And then follow through is just all the way down strokes. So that basically it is from intro, verse, pre-chorus, and chorus. For the bridge, what we did was we just sustained in E flat major for the entire stretch when the guitar part goes this way following the vocal melody. And at this point I will turn on the shimmer as well for this part during live sessions. And then when it gets loud, I just dig slightly harder and it's all downstrokes from there. And then back to chorus. Now in this, towards the end of the chorus of the last bit, what I did was I added on a riff, a melody that goes on. It's built on octaves. So the octave notes goes like this. And then what I did was in the recording, I layered that with another high octave of the same thing. So the high octave of that will be sounding like this. And what we did in the recording as well, we added string arrangements and we layered the same melody over just to enhance the entire experience and also to widen up the frequency spectrum in the track. So that's the walkthrough and the parts of the entire song. And now we're going to go into playing the whole song put together.